Hello and welcome back. My name is FixFox and it's great to be here in this lazy Deathworld run for Factorio. We are just about ready to go to the planet Vulcanis, and that is going to be what we do here today. Unfortunately, folks, there was a problem in the recording. I didn't record, or rather it got corrupted when it came down to building this, the FixFox Orbital Command, my spaceship that is going to essentially get me from the planet Nalvis up to the planet of Vulcanis. I'm sad. We'll go through some of the more finer points, but because I did a good job of going through the production for the Amerigo, our science vessel, I don't feel too bad because I think that you get all the general points about spaceship building in that section anyway. We can go over the finer points at a later date. At this point, though, with the white science raining down from the heavens above, it is time for us to do a few more things before we move on. It's going to be a little bit more quality, a little bit more just infrastructure on the home planet before we set off. Once we are off world, once we are on the planet Vulcanis, we really have to trust that things are going to go well here. And since we're going to be at least a few hours away in real life time, you might as well set yourself up successfully to have some fun things waiting for you when you come back. So for example, here we're getting some nice quality into whatever structures feel like quality could be useful for. So in this case, beacons. We're going to have two inserters that are going to be taking the items out from this inserter, or this assembler rather. And that's going to work out just fine for us because one is always going to be dedicated to the normal quality, and then the other one's always going to be dedicated to the higher quality. We're going to limit the chests according to only having the regular quality, but if a high quality something pops up, we're going to use that. And then here in our smelting stacks, I'm going to start to invest a little bit in copper and steel processing. Both of those are going to have a little bit of the quality modules in the front end, in the places where you're most likely to use some of the plates. Not all of the smelters are going to be on 24/7, and so it's worth my time to make sure that the ones in the very front end are the ones that are getting the quality modules. Now, I make a mistake here, folks, and I didn't actually remember to put the quality modules into our iron ore smelting, and that makes me pretty sad because, hey, what good is the copper and the steel smelting if it's going to be of a high quality if you don't have a couple of iron plates that are also of a high quality? So bit of a mess there, but we're going to come back and we're going to fix that after we come back from Vulcanis, another day, another time. By the way, if it looks like we're moving really, really fast, it's because we are. We're going to take a quick look here as we unload all of our items. You can't travel into space without, or with all these extra items on your person. You have to travel very, very light. But as we noted, our MK2 power armor, we've got lots of the exoskeletons. We are moving way too fast. In fact, there's a few times I feel like I'm moving too fast for the camera to even really catch us. And folks, with that being said, all we have is the clothes on our back and the materials we have sent up into the spaceship, the FixFox Orbital Command, and we are now, for the first time, leaving the planet of Nalvis. We did it! Yay, we successfully saved ourselves from the biters. The biters can't touch us in space unless they evolve a lot. Never seen that happen. Let's hope it never does happen. But I do show the entire journey just in case you've ever seen or never seen someone go from a planet into your spaceship. It's a really cool bit of animation, and Woob Software has done some amazing things there. I've always been a big fan of them. And folks, with nothing else to do, let's just set off and just hope for the best. I do have two of these thrusters going. That's a problem. Yeah, we're going a little bit too fast. And here's what I mean. Between planets, there are asteroids. Now, you need asteroids because those are going to supply the materials that are then going to feed your ammunition processing and whatever else you have going on. But there's other issues when, you know, there's too many asteroids and your three little gun turrets can't actually kill the asteroids before they reach you. It's right about here, I think, that I realize, like, okay, so far so good. We're fine. We're fine. Oh my gosh, no, too much, stop. I cut the juice to one of the engines and we start to lose. No, we start to lose. Way too much. The spaceship is now just a stick floating through space. Like, yeah, we are being thrust forward, but you need every little bit of what we've built in order for this thing to work. There's not a lot of redundancy in this build. As you can see, we're not even getting ammunition to our other gun turrets because the belt has been broken. And oh my gosh, it's so sad. Look at the death and destruction. Oh my gosh, you thought that the biters were a problem? Jeez. If you notice on the right hand side, there's a green bar. We are almost to the planet Vulcanis. We are going to get there. We're going to survive. But I say to myself, you know what? this was a silly mistake. This was my bad. But I don't want to just deal with this mistake. Quite frankly, I just don't want to deal with this mistake. FixFox, this is an opportunity for you to just suffer through your mistakes. Yeah, we're not going to do that. We're going to hit the reload button. We're going to turn ourselves right around and we're going to increase our projectile damage so that way our gun turrets can actually do some damage. That's going to be critically important for us. Next time we go back to Vulcanis on this attempt, I don't think at this point I've remembered to shut off that exterior, what do you call it? I don't think I've actually shut off the secondary thruster. And so that's not going to be great. By the way, we didn't actually complete the physical projectile damage that we started researching. For some reason, I just thought like, oh, it'll be okay. Like, you know, I'll just like feather on and feather off the thruster. I was like, every now and again, I'll just like turn off the thrusters whenever I see some big enemies coming my way. Yeah, like this. FixFox, what are you doing? Turn them off. Turn them off. No. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. Hold on. I'm smarter than this. Folks, I promise you, I am way smarter than this. Golly. Okay, all right. But you know what? As bad as this design currently is, you can still limp your way over to Vulcanis if you literally feather on and feather off the thrusters. And that's going to be what we end up doing. So I'm making sure that I've got everything where it needs to be because I'm going to need to focus for the next little bit. I can't not look at the spaceship going to Vulcanis because I'm going to literally babysit it the entire way. I'm going to hit go one more time, folks. One more time. Dun, 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 dun. It's time to celebrate. And right now we are automatically traveling to Vulcanis, and then I'm going to pause the thrust. Boop. Turn it on. Turn it off. On the right hand side, there is a little button, or rather a little indicator for your speed. And it's not even that we just can't go fast enough, or like we have to go slower. If we just go too fast and we don't get too much in our way, the gun turrets can keep up. In the future, 3 gun turrets are going to be fine. We just got to get our projectile damage actually upgraded quite a bit. Now, as these asteroids are coming quite a bit slower, now that we're more than halfway through this journey, it's fine. Like we can deal with this now, but before we just simply did not have a prayer. So in the future, we're not going to need to babysit these trips nearly so much. We just never really focused on our physical projectile damage, which is crazy in a Deathworld run. I actually don't know how I didn't focus on projectile damage. Oh yeah, that's right, because I bypassed guns entirely and I went straight on into flamethrower tech. Yeah, that's what actually happened. But folks, we did it. With no Nevermind and 2 unsuccessful attempts, we have now made it officially to the planet of Vulcanis. Yay! Woo! Are you proud of me? Well, folks, we've made it, and we're going to plan on coming back to the planet Vulcanis, dropping on in, and making sure that we colonize that planet to the very, very best of our abilities, but we will do that in the next playthrough. In the meantime, I want you to do me a huge favor and just know that I'm still working on being the best engineer I possibly can be, and that will happen over time. Take very good care of yourselves. My name is FixFox, and I will look forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye now.